These are Ants, and this is the Ant Esports H570 Gaming headset. So let's get anti with it. Yeah, that is a word. Hey everyone, Mukul here. So I was recently sent these headphones for review, so here's my review on it. Damn, I love getting straight to the point. The box packaging was extremely basic. There were these two papers in the box and the headphone. Looks like Ant Esports is doing much better than Apple for the environment. The very first impressions as I picked them up was their weight. They felt extremely lightweight, which is always a good thing for your head. I mean, it's always good to have less load up here. And to be honest, I didn't think the headphones would look and feel this good. Considering their price, which is just around 1500 rupees, which is approximately around 20 US dollars, my expectations weren't quite high. The matte finish overall will leave your dirty fingerprints off the headphones, which is a good thing. But they are definitely huge and bulky. But definitely not as bulky as my hair right now. The USB jack looked pretty well built and the wire was really thick and long at about 2.2 meters. And I think that's what the Anaconda said. The elongated mic is flexible, so play with it however you want. The topmost headband is fixed, but it has this stretchable band underneath it, which can roll back to its original position when it's not being stretched. The leather on it doesn't feel either high-end or cheap. It's of decent quality. I would say it's definitely above average. About the specs of the headphones, I will put it on the screens. You can pause the video and go through them and not let me waste your time. These are the dimensions on my head and ear for reference. The ear cups are huge on these. I would say they are almost over ear but not completely. But these headphones have a really strong clamping force. Initially I felt these were quite comfortable as I could easily wear them and game for an hour without any break. But after a few days I could really feel the pressure of the clamping force on my ears. So yeah, I would almost rate them up to about 6 or 6.5 out of 10 for the comfort in my personal usage. But it was slightly more comfortable on my wife's head as compared to my head. And as you can already notice, the lights on these are really frigging bright, which is of course brilliant. You can obviously not tweak the lights on these, but they are at least RGB. R, G and B. A bloody smart choice of colors by Ant Esports. I mean, even if you don't want to call them RGB, they are still RGB. Now because these are gaming headphones, let me first start with how they performed during my gameplay of various games. Well, I played Doom Eternal and Counter-Strike Go and they felt pretty fine. I'm not sure if they do produce 7.1 surround channel sound or not, but what I observed is that if I increase the dynamic range too large, the clarity of different audio tones reduces drastically. And on the small dynamic range, most of the sound elements were at least audible. So I preferred that. So I'm pretty sure calling them 7.1 could just be for marketing purposes. But hey, can you really blame them for this when companies with headphones thrice the cost are actually trying to do the same? I'm not a pro gamer, but the clarity on these for footsteps and other sounds around you was just about okay during the gameplay. The headphones managed to even make the less noticeable sounds audible. The vocals sounded quite punchy in titles like Doom Eternal. But that being said, I did feel the overall sound in them felt pretty average to me during most of the games I tried them on. And if you plan to partially listen to music or watch content with these, then I would say just don't bother. The drivers on these are clearly not meant for that. The overall sound felt quite hollow and there is absolutely no clarity across the equalizer. I mean, if you already don't have anything to listen to and gaming is your priority and you need absolutely no latency during your gameplay, then these will work just fine. I mean, let's for the sake of just comparison, if I compare their sound to let's say to a HyperX, I would be a fool. The cheapest HyperX costs as much as at least twice of this, so there's that. I mean, I recently reviewed one of the Bolt headphones and for the same price and a very bad mic, but they were Bluetooth, they actually sounded the same. So now coming on to the best part of these headphones. The microphones on these are pretty great. They surprised me big time for the kind of quality it has. Here's a sample that I recorded on my desktop via OBS. So right now I have a robo vacuum doing its job around me in this room, and RTX voice is currently off in the NVIDIA broadcast application, and as soon as I turn on the RTX voice on, and now this is how it sounds. So I think it's the mic on this headphone is one of its strongest feature. The quality and reception is quite good for the price, and I was actually extremely impressed and surprised, especially when I compared to the kind of sound this makes, especially in music and video content. In games it's fine, but yeah, quite pretty much impressed with the mic on this headphone.
Now the robo vacuum is asking me to move.
So if you love abusing your noob teammates but you fear your parents' strong ass whooping, then you might just love the mics on these and their crisp and clear pickup of those beautiful words from your mouth. Beautiful words. So yeah, admittedly, even though they sound pretty average for the price of 1500 rupees, I feel they will just about do the job. I mean, there are literally not many good options here in India in this price segment, and Esports has been here for quite some time now. So the customer support should be decent too. I mean, I can only guess as I have not personally RMA'd any of their products yet. So the advantages of having a affordable pricing, a great mic, a good design with bright RGB over it, I think it can actually lure a lot of people in buying these headphones, especially if you are a gamer, because gamers like flashy stuff. They do sound decent in games but really bad when it comes to consuming any sort of media content on these. But when even the similarly priced Bluetooth headphones I reviewed recently sounded roughly the same, I really doubt that if there's anything we can get in this price segment which has the same feature set. So yeah, as always, I will make sure to post its Amazon links in the description below. Do leave a like and sub with the bell if this video helped you in any way. Stay safe, humans. Mewbot out.